የዓለም አገራት ከዚህ አንጻር ኢትዮጵያ
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed responding to questions from members of parliament. The session was mainly about his priorities on economic development, but the crisis in Tigray was also big on the agenda.
What's the future relationship between the federal government and the TPLF? Can there be sustainable peace in Tigray? And is there the possibility of Tigrayan forces taking their fight beyond the Tigrayan borders?
The Prime Minister gave more reasons why the military was deployed to the region last November, saying the Tigrayan forces had an expansionist agenda to destabilize the country.
They prepared an army, but they didn't stop there. They started encroaching on the rest of Ethiopia and started to destabilize the entire nation in all sorts of ways. This is quite dangerous, and at the end of the day, it would endanger the existence of the nation. It's considered as a threat.
The government declared the war over in late November, but things have changed. The rebels have retaken the capital Mekelle and other areas in the region.
What I think was less expected was the speed with which the TDF transformed itself from a mobile, dispersed guerrilla force into almost a conventional army that just marched, not only on Mekelle.
The humanitarian situation is dire. The UN says more than 400,000 Tigrayans are now suffering from famine. Electricity and telephone lines have been cut. The airspace is closed, and infrastructure, including important bridges, have been destroyed. Some analysts say a political dialogue is necessary, but does not appear possible just now.
The government doesn't recognize the TDF as a legitimate authority in Tigray, doesn't even seem to accept that it exists. And the TDF says it doesn't want bilateral talks with the government. It believes that a national dialogue is necessary to save Ethiopia. So I think we're far from anything beyond an immediate humanitarian truce, if that.
The Tigrayan leadership and its political party TPLF has given a list of demands for a ceasefire. It wants, among other things, the federal government to recognize it as a legitimately elected regional government of Tigray. That may be difficult. The administration of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has already labeled TPLF and its forces a terrorist organization. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Addis Ababa.